There's nothing like the start of another football season.
And Jalen Hurts, and he just put it away for the Eagles. Touchdown, his third of the day. He's hit another home run against the Rams.
Yeah, those plays were pretty good, but I know a little something about good plays too.
Rolling and launching downfield for Deshaun Jackson, who accelerates, caught the opening play, and all the way for a touchdown.
A new season, a new offense.
Yeah, I've just been blown away by that evil genius.
And the chance to make even more big plays. The 2026 season is here. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Eagles Season Preview Special is presented by Toyota, the official automotive partner of the NFL and proud partner of the Philadelphia Eagles.
How about Eagles great Michael Vick getting us started? Let's go. Hello and welcome inside our NBC 10 studios to our Eagles Season Preview Special. I'm Fred Shropshire. Your Eagles have been hard at work in training camp getting ready for the season, a season which begins tomorrow at 7 right here on NBC 10. This was the scene just around 3 o'clock today as the Eagles social media team posted video of the players about to board buses bound for Baltimore and tomorrow's preseason opener. Let's go live outside Lincoln Financial Field where we find our John Clark, who will be with the team all season long as NBC 10 is once again for our 12th season, the official television station of the Philadelphia Eagles. Hey, John.
Yeah, good to see you, Fred. Good to see everybody. And tomorrow night's first preseason game, I don't think you're going to see a lot of the Eagles starters on offense, but of course Vic Fangio likes to have some of his defensive starters play, so that's a good thing. One of the things about training camp that we've been watching every single day is a lot of the motion, pre-snap motion that the new offensive coordinator Sean Mannion is implementing. So maybe, just hopefully, we can see a little bit of that new offense tomorrow in the preseason game. Of course, Jalen Hurts has looked good at training camp, and Nick Sirianni has mentioned he is accurate, and he's been good at going through his progressions with the new offense. Let's take a look at the Eagles defense. And one of the big stories is locking up the former Georgia Bulldogs, Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter. They both got huge contract extensions, long-term deals, and both players were at each other's press conferences when they signed their new contracts. They also took a great picture with their moms. And Jalen Carter has been a very popular man among fans at training camp. His ability to wreck a game is on par with the best in the game. He could be one of the most dominating players in the game. But last year, he played through shoulder problems, both shoulders. But he is healthy now. That is the biggest news. Jalen Carter says he and Vic Fangio had a friendly wager about hitting a certain weight coming to training camp, and he did just that. So he put a big smile on Vic Fangio's face. Teammates say the sky is the limit for Jalen Carter this year.
JC is being JC. You know, it's the dude that we all know, and he's going out there. He's healthy. He's feeling good. And, you know, you can just see.
Let's go. Happy for him. That's a big deal. That's a really big deal.
And he hasn't even scratched, like, you guys don't understand how scary it actually can be.
My goal wasn't to always just come out and, let me just be a highest paid defensive tackle. My goal was to build team chemistry and win a championship. And I think that all falls in lines to getting me to where I'm at now.
Coordinator, it really is a different offense now. We've seen at training camp, he's very hands-on. He wants the offense to dictate the pace of play and the style of play to opposing defenses. Look at this. Yeah, he's even running around out there with his guys. His new scheme is a big hit so far with the offensive players.
There's a lot more to it than you know, I guess I thought an offensive coordinator can bring to the table. And yeah, I've just been blown away by that evil genius.
It's been great. They've been super willing to learn. Like I said, you know, it's a great group of guys to work with. I think the biggest thing is so many of these, you know, all these guys are so hungry for to learn.
And Sean has even lined up in practice at the defensive end spot to test Jalen Hurts in the offense. He knows what he wants to see. And it was a really good sign yesterday. Devontae Smith got in some work running, even though he's battling a hamstring injury for the last week and a half. And that is huge because no receiver in Eagles history has had a better start to his Birds career in terms of receptions or receiving yards. I discussed that and more at Eagles Camp with our NBC 10 Eagles Insiders. All right, we are here with the guys who are going to call the games on TV and radio, joined by Mike Quick and Ross Tucker. And I want to ask you guys first about Devontae Smith. He is one of the best receivers in Eagles history first 5 years. What do you see as his role this year, trying to be the #1 receiver?
So I think he's always been a #1 receiver, and because A.J. was here, he didn't really have that role, but it's a role that he's had his entire life. But I think in this offense, the ball is going to be spread around and shared quite a bit, but he is right at home being a #1 receiver.
Speaking of this offense, Landon Dickerson, I thought, said it great. Last year, they were going to the line of scrimmage trying to problem solve. This year, they've got the answers. What are you most excited about this Sean Mannion offense?
There's a reason why so many of the best offenses in the NFL are running this offense. The, Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan scheme. The biggest thing to me is the opportunity for explosive plays off of play action. Everything looks the same. You can't tell if it's a run or a pass. Defensive linemen, the entire defense hate that, by the way. And so I think that really helps the entire offense. You know what's so funny? I've talked to guys that play every position, wide receiver, tight end, they all say, this offense is really designed for me. Well, if everybody's saying that, it must be a pretty good offense.
What excites you the most?
About the offense?
Yeah.
That there's so many things that you can do, and it's so unpredictable. When the quarterback is going on the center, and all the things that come off of that, especially the play action and the offensive line. Ross, when I hear these guys talking about the blocking angles and getting to landmarks and how much better that's going to be for them, and you're right, the problem solving they don't have to do anymore. It's going up and taking the action to the defense rather than reacting to the defense. I think that's going to be big.
And, of course, it's all about the line. So if Jalen Carter now has that big contract like Jordan Davis, they're both in great shape. Jalen Carter, guys talk how scary he can be. Are we going to see a next level, do you think?
Well, I hope so. 2 years ago, I thought he was arguably the best defensive player on the team, and the defense was fantastic. I thought he was arguably the best defensive tackle in the NFL. Now, he played a ton of snaps that year, and then last year, he had the shoulders going on. There's more there. He has as much physical ability as anyone.
And Vic Fangio, his defense, when the starters are in there, they give up the fewest points in the NFL these last 2 years when the starters are in. Mike Quick, who are you looking forward to most on this Eagles defense?
Very easy. Jalen's Hunt. We've seen the ascension of Jalen's Hunt, but I think there's even more. I think he's going to turn it up. He had the most hits on the quarterbacks. He had the most interceptions. He's a passer. He's an edge rusher. He had the most interceptions on the team. There's so much that this guy can do, and I think he's just going to continue to grow, and I think he's going to be a huge asset and a problem for any offense that this team faces.
That would be big for the defense. So, Ross Tucker, you're going to be calling the games on NBC 10 in the preseason games. Who are you most looking forward to seeing?
It's probably the same every year. It's the rookies, right? I'm most excited to see what these rookies can do. They took the first 3 guys on the offensive side of the ball, a receiver, a tight end, and, of course, an offensive lineman. But I'm really intrigued, especially in the second half of these games. Cole Payton, the quarterback that they drafted out of North Dakota State, you watch his highlights, it is fun. I'm telling you, the second half of these preseason games, it's going to be fun. You guys better watch.
All right, there is a lot to watch this year. It gets started right here on NBC 10 with the preseason. We appreciate you guys joining us.
You got it.
John, thanks so much. And a reminder, the preseason opener is on NBC 10 tomorrow. Our Eagles preseason kickoff show gets things started at 6:30. Then at 7, it's the Birds and Ravens in Baltimore. After the game, it's Eagles preseason final. Now, the other storyline that we'll be watching all season is the possibility that this is the last season of Lane Johnson. So as we go to break, we want to shout out the Birds' future Hall of Famer with one of the plays of his career, his one and only touchdown in December of 2021.
The name of the play call to Lane.
East Texas.
Lane Johnson is actually eligible on this play.
Oh, Lane about to get past. Lane.
Boy, I'd love to see them throw to Lane Johnson. Hurts, fires, touchdown, Lane Johnson!
I love it. Happy he got him one.
He's a freak athlete.
I'm not going to swear, but it was awesome.
End zone touchdown, Lane Johnson.
I said, when I caught that ball, I didn't know what to think. All I could think was what y'all know about them Texan boys.
It's always great when you can reward guys that don't get in the end zone with a touchdown like that.
We should have spent more time figuring out a celebration.
I don't know what that was.
I don't know, it was like half ballroom dancing, kind of like half Lincoln Field.
We've seen Saquon gallop through the snow, but it's on the links where he might have even more fun. John Clark goes golfing with the Birds superstar back and talks about the season to come next.
Barkley time?
Oh, it has to be.
At 118 yards and adding to it. There goes Barkley into the clear, through the snow, all the way home. He's hit another home run.
Now he pitches it out to Barkley, takes off to the outside.
First down, Barkley. Oh,
he's going to go. Touchdown, Saquon Barkley. Barkley runs wide. Touchdown, his third of the day.
He's special.
And those were just a few of the highlights from Saquon Barkley's 2024 postseason. His regular season was also historic, but a year ago, things were different. So a big goal this season is to restore the running game. NBC Sports Philadelphia's John Clark caught up with Saquon for an exclusive conversation at a very exclusive location. He rejoins us now from the link with more. John.
Yeah, and I learned that Saquon Barkley is just as competitive on the golf course as he is on the football field. We got to play a round of golf with Saquon Barkley and Jason Kelce at Marion, of course, one of the most historic golf courses in the entire world. And we did this in advance of the Amateur Championship, and you can see that all weekend on NBC and Peacock. And I asked Saquon during the round about this Eagles offense. He believes it's going to open up some things that he's never really seen in his career, and it'll help him. But I also asked him about losing A.J. Brown and what that does to the offense this year.
It's me. We know he's going to be able to step into a big role. I know he's a one. He's been a one his whole life. You know, when he goes off this year, it's going to be surprising. But, like, I said it last year, like, he won the Heisman. Like, so I don't know why people are surprised when he do the stuff that he's doing. Yeah. And then we got, you know, the rookie coming in, our young guys coming in, and we added a lot of guys, Elijah, Wicks. I'm excited. I'm excited for them. Hollywood Brown, all those guys are going to step up. And kind of the system that we are now, it's going to take every single body.
Yeah. Yeah, and Saquon loves how it's going to open up for the playmakers for this Eagles offense. You can watch the full podcast on YouTube. You can listen to it as well wherever you get your Takeoff podcast. A fun round with Saquon Barkley and Jason Kelce. And speaking of the Amateur Championship, play is underway. Quarterfinal action from one of the most historic golf courses in the entire world, Marion. It is all this weekend on NBC 10, right here tomorrow, and on Peacock as well. By the way, Saquon and Jason Kelce, they've played Marion before, of course, with the Eagles Autism Foundation outing at Marion. We've got a lot more to come here on Eagles Game Day Kickoff Preview. We're outside the link. I'm John Clark.
Intercepted by Makuba.
Drew Makuba made plenty of plays his rookie season, but an injury cut his campaign short. Now he's back and talking exclusively with us about making a difference on and off the field. Our Eagles season preview special rolls on after this.
For this time tomorrow, the Eagles will be underway in their preseason debut, taking on the Baltimore Ravens right here on NBC 10. Kickoff is at 7. Our pregame coverage begins at 6:30.
We're going to draft you with this pick. We're going to bring you to Philly. We're going to develop you. We're going to get everything out of you that we can, and we're going to rally around you.
And that was back in April as the Eagles selected U.R. Bernard. U.R. had never played football, so everything about being in Philly has been new to him. He grew up in Nigeria, and believe it or not, he actually had a connection to the Birds long before the team drafted him. His now teammate Arnold Ibakiti actually coached him while he was in Nigeria.
I'm amazed by the progress he's making. And fun fact, I think my second year in the league,
I went to Kenya for the NFL Africa camp and actually coached them.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
How long ago was that? Did he tell you
It
that?
was about 3 years ago. I was actually looking the other day some of the videos from back 3 years ago, so it's fun to see him. It was not that big back then.
Yeah, that is the first thing that stands out. UR is a big man, but certainly a small world we're talking about here. And the Eagles' connection to Africa, it doesn't stop with those two players. Their starting safety, Drew Makuba, also made the journey to the U.S. As Deanna Durante tells us, his path is helping the Eagles and the city. Here's part one of our 4-part storylines to watch this season.
Toyota RAV4 Storylines to Watch is presented by Toyota, proud partner of the Philadelphia Eagles and official automotive partner of the NFL.
Just picture the path Eagles safety Drew Makuba has taken to be in this moment.
Coming to the United States at a young age, we, 7 of us total, not knowing nothing at all, literally nothing at all, just trying to find a way.
Drew found a way and made his way to the NFL.
Intercepted by Makuba. It is intercepted by Makuba.
Game time! Game time! Game time!
And second interception of the game.
His road to the pros started in Zimbabwe, Africa. His family immigrated to the U.S. when he was just 9.
It was challenging because obviously coming from a different country, barely spoke English, the communication barrier was kind of a little rough.
Drew found his footing in football. He was the fastest player on the field for his Pop Warner teams. So by the time he reached high school, the stakes changed.
That's when I started taking it serious, knowing that I can go to college, my parents don't got to pay for no education, and I got a chance to change my family life.
Come on!
He became a top Division I talent, ending his career at Texas before the call that changed it all.
This is Howie Roseman from the Eagles.
Hey, how you doing?
You ready to come to Philly?
Yes, sir.
A day later, that family Drew promised to uplift was lifting up his Eagles jersey. The Birds wasted little time making him a starter.
Here comes the rush. They've got him back near the 40. And it was Andrew Makuba with a safety blitz.
I feel like how I grew up, that everything I went through kind of helped me and molded me to, everything that's, coming my way. Can't nothing break me.
Though he did suffer a break in Dallas.
The rookie out of Texas, Drew Makuba, the doctors are out with him right now.
With a severe leg injury in Week 12 of last year, it lit a fire under him for this season.
Very, very excited, man. It's a lot of things in general to be grateful about, just life, waking up every day. I feel like those small things a lot of people don't take for granted. Obviously, they're really huge to me, and I feel like I'm really blessed.
And he's sharing those blessings. Only NBC 10 was with Drew as he launched Makuba's Miracles this offseason. His foundation, where he visits local schools, donated bikes to youngsters from a local foster house, and spent a day grocery shopping.
I feel like it just feeds off how I was raised and how I grew up. A guy coming to the United States at a young age, immigrants, family starting from ground zero all the way up, trying to figure it out, trying to help families out, trying to help kids that are going to school to make their day or their life better in any way I can.
Deanna Durante, NBC 10.
Up next, we're bringing you Nick Sirianni's message to his team for the upcoming 2026 season and why that message is already inspiring Eagles fans of all ages, including some young ones. Our Eagles season preview special returns after this.
Jalen, what'd your dad used to say? Effort's free. It's free. Effort's free. I've been starting to say that to my son. Effort's free, right? Conditioning is free. All these other things takes a lot of talent. Effort, conditioning, free. Right? What else are the small?
That was Nick Sirianni in a preseason team meeting offering the message to his players that effort is free, and that's a message fans have picked up on at training camp, including a young man named Michael Waters who presented an Effort is Free t-shirt he made to Cooper DeJean.
I saw a video of Nick Sirianni saying effort's free, and I made a bunch of shirts for training camp today. And I gave Coop one, Cole Peterson, and I'm gonna give Coach Sirianni one.
How about that? Yeah, young Michael came prepared, and he is a huge Philly sports fan, hosting a show entitled Philly and Pod, chatting Philly sports. Excitable young man for sure, one to watch. And one final reminder, the Eagles preseason begins tomorrow right here on NBC 10. We start things at 6:30 with Eagles preseason kickoff. Then at 7, it's the Birds and the Ravens from Baltimore. After the game, live player interviews, highlights, analysis, and Nick Sirianni's press conference on Eagles preseason final. That's it for us right now. Thank you for watching. The wait for Eagles football is finally ending tomorrow. Enjoy the 2026 season, everyone. Go Birds.